You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Sean, it's 3 days till Christmas, and you, just this week, made another successful ride around the sun. Congratulations, sir.
Yep, maxed out at level 20, and then I have a further 19 levels of experience. So
Nicely done.
yeah, we don't count age.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So no, as gamers, we just only gain experience, not time on this rock.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna tell you one thing. After playing Dragon Quest, you still don't have enough experience to beat the Dragon Lord. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Okay,
you need like another 30 levels, I'm pretty sure. So I haven't given up hope. But anyway, so what'd you do on your birthday?
I woke up, thankfully, you know.
Almost one other successful ride around the sun.
Yeah. I opened all my gifts from everybody, from Lindsay, Emily, Logan, and Jaya. Then took Logan to school, and then I went to the gym.
Okay.
Which everybody I've said that's you went to the gym on your birthday. I was like, yes. I booked a class. I went and did the class. It was fun. And then I took myself off, and I went to a place called Coffee Boy, which is a spin-off from a donut shop that we as a family like, called Doughboy Donuts. So I went there and I had a slab of, it was like a cookie base. It's like a 1/2-inch cookie base with a 1/2-inch layer of caramel and a 1/2-inch layer of chocolate and half a Cadbury's cream egg on top, and a coffee. It was diabetes.
Yeah, it was. Okay, cookie base, caramel, and then what was the other one?
Just chocolate.
Chocolate,
Sure,
like a ganache type stuff, basically.
No, like solid milk chocolate.
Oh, a 1/2-inch. Okay.
Yeah.
And then like Cadbury cream layered on top.
Cadbury's cream egg. So it's an egg-shaped thing with full of
yeah. We have those.
Sugary fondant. Yeah.
Yeah, we have those. Love those.
Yeah.
Sean, a Cadbury cream egg kind of makes me a little like, oh, that was a lot. But like a cookie caramel chocolate and a Cadbury cream egg, you're doing something right.
Yeah, it was sickly. I mean, when I say sickly, it was horrifically sickly, but it was very nice. I chilled out doing that. Everybody that I knew was either at work or, well, they were all at work, and then the people I work with were all asleep because they'd been on nights. So I just took myself off. I bought myself a new shirt hoodie combination thing. It's just like a plaid shirt with a built-in hood that you can take
those
off.
Are cool.
So I bought myself one of those, and then I picked Logan back up, and then we came home and we chilled and we played some Metroid because I got that for my birthday off Lindsay.
Yeah.
I've just sent you a picture now that I took. So that's the monstrosity that I ate.
Okay, I gotta see this.
So it's very nice coffee. It's good.
So it's like half. It's like half a Cadbury cream egg.
Yeah.
It's a very cute play on like this whole deal. But yeah, that's intense.
Yeah,
that is intense.
And then in the evening, we went to a local like Bangladesh Indian restaurant called the Cumin Lounge, and we had very nice food. Came home, played some more Metroid in bed, and then went to sleep.
So
That was it.
jealous.
It
You
was
have
like,
these like
yeah, it was kind of
really
like the like a.
good restaurants. Mm.
Hmm. I had, what did I have? I had paneer pakora, which is like Indian cheese fried with like a side salad that was all dressed in tikka, and then tandoori palmar, which was like an clay oven baked shredded chicken
Yeah,
in a really nice tomato and garlic base. It was very, very tasty.
I love
And I had it all
tandoori
with
chicken.
chapatis because I don't like having rice and chips because I don't think that's right. I like chapatis, so I like to like load them up and then make it like a burrito and eat it. So Emily was shocked.
Okay.
She was sat across me and she was like, "Are you going to make a wrap?" I was like, "Yes, that is
Hmm.
basically what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to make an Indian wrap and eat it." And she's like, "That looks amazing." So, well, take one of my chapatis if you want and try it. So she tried it with hers and she was like, "This is fantastic." This is this is the only way I'm now going to eat Indian food for the rest of my life. I was like, well, it's how it's supposed to be, and they're very much a eat it with your hands and pick it up.
Hmm.
So
So, um, we went to an Indian restaurant in when Becca and I went to Delaware a couple of years ago, and Becca basically made a taco out of like all their stuff and a piece of naan bread, and was like
yeah,
eating it like a taco. And the guy, I don't know if he was the owner or just an employee or what. He came over and he was like filling our water, and he's like, "Did you just make a taco out of that?" And she's like, "Yeah." She was, and all he did, he wasn't like, he didn't like really like show us. He was just like, and walked away. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think he really appreciated your taco, Beck. It was just so funny. Just this little like,
which amazes me because they are very much an eat with your hands kind of crowd.
mm-hmm,
Um, which it's the reason why I get them with chapati. I think I used to get it with rice and things like that. And then one night when I was at work at the old power station I was at, there was a guy that I worked with called Nigel Dakin, and he ordered his, and he ordered a side of sagaloo, so like all the potatoes and spinach in like a garlic sauce, and he got it with the chapatis, and he was like, "This is how it's supposed to be," and he just picked it all up, and I was like, "That looks amazing." So I tried it, and
mm.
forever that's the way I was going to do it. So
Well, happy birthday, sir. I'm glad you had a good birthday. I'm glad you got Metroid. Did you get anything else other than Metroid?
I got a caramel Toblerone bar,
Mm-hmm.
which is like one of my favorite Toblerones. But
Mm-hmm.
each slice is 200 calories, so that's something that I eat very slowly. Um, I got a new Guinness glass, like a tankard
That's fun.
glass, which is nice, and 4 cans of Guinness to go in it, which came with a bobble hat, which I quite like. So yeah, that was about it,
Nice.
which is cool. It was nice. It was I a lot of people like, oh, you can't believe you just kind of did your own thing, and it was blissful. It was nice.
Mm.
I had the bits with the family in the morning, which was nice. I took myself off and did something I enjoyed doing. I went and saw my mum for a little bit and sat with my mum. We had a really big discussion about stuff that's going on with my dad because
Sure.
that he's got all that starting in the new year, which is going to be good. And then that's why I took myself off for a coffee afterwards because I needed a bit of peace and quiet to kind of let everything that we talk about sink in, but
Mhm.
enjoy some peace. So
I think that's fantastic. If you loved it, that's all that matters. I mean, I think it sounds great. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know if I
yeah,
would have wanted the gym class, but I mean, it's still good to get
I had
after
to earn
you
the cake.
have that bar. Yeah, you need something. I can appreciate that.
So,
So yeah. So do you pretty much know what your main Christmas gift is now? Because you were talking about another thing. Think you pretty much
yeah,
know what it is?
I've kind of figured what that is, yes, but I've
Okay,
been
yeah.
told there is other things.
Okay,
So
cool. Good for you. Yeah. I was like, because that's what I was like fishing for. And I was like, oh, okay. So he didn't get it. So he probably
yeah,
knows. So yeah.
which I'm glad I got that round because I have played a lot of Metroid.
Good. Well, let's jump right in. I want to hear because man, I listened to a decent amount of gaming podcasts, and they run the gamut from I love it to it's mad to oh my gosh, this is my least favorite Metroid game ever. So
um, Dread is still my most favorite Metroid game ever. because it was the homage to the old school side scrolling with all the additional bits of modern day gaming kind of all slammed in. So there's just so
Sure.
much going on and things like that. It's great. But when when we were talking about it and people were doing the visuals of side by side with like Xbox 360 Halo, disregard that. That is just people trying to pick faults in the game. Um, Handheld, it looks fantastic. Boosted onto the TV, looks really good in Ultra HD, which is really nice. It plays really well. The My biggest worry was when they introduced the bike aspect, that it was going to be a heavy part of the game, that you needed to use that for a lot of things, and you don't. It's a bit like having a horse in Zelda.
Hmm.
It just
Makes sense.
enables you to traverse this main area in the center of all the stuff, because you still have to go to an area to kind of explore it, to do the whole Metroid Vania kind of stuff. And then
Sure.
you've got this big sand dune area in the center that you kind of have to navigate to get from one area to the next. Um, and that fits in really well with the bike, um, which I enjoy a lot.
Cool.
The only thing that's new, which they've never really done before, apart from in, is it Fusion, where they had the X?
I'm not. I don't. I haven't played every Metroid Prime, so I wouldn't be a good.
So it wasn't a
Wouldn't.
Prime; it was on the Game Boy Advance, I think.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Well, I definitely didn't play that.
you had this guy that used to talk to you on comms all the time and tell you like what he'd seen happening, and like he's picked up weird energy and signals in this area. There is people in this, but they are animated and they're there, and one of them becomes quite an integral part in terms of your like going taking things to him that you found, and he can enable certain upgrades for Samus and stuff like that. At first I was like, I hope I don't have to deal with this a lot,
Hmm.
but then it's kind of grown on me and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is useful. I quite enjoyed it. um so yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I've played, I'm at least 10 hours in.
Nice. Wow.
And
You have
yeah,
played. That's awesome.
yeah,
That's a lot of hours for you since you got it. What, Tuesday?
yep.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah.
um like Logan came to me this evening and was like, are you nearly finished with that game already? And I was like, no, I don't think I've scratched the surface yet, bud. It's like,
Really? Now universally I have been told it's a pretty or I've heard it's a pretty short game. So that's surprising to me. I heard that it was like a 15-hour game. So,
no, it can't be. With the only way you are getting that to under a 15-hour game is if you are playing it with a walkthrough, knowing exactly where you're going and exactly what you're doing,
sure. Okay.
and
All
you've
right.
got it on easy.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
like, I'm playing it on normal, and I have had the game over screen twice now. One through no fault of my own, and the other one just because it was hard.
Mhm.
So
Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that. I really want to dive into it. I just have not been in the mode, and I need to like show some of it to Becca because I really want to play it. I don't know if I really want to play it with Noah, but I want the freedom to play it with Noah if that's where we're at. And Becca has
yeah,
not given me the green light yet. So, I got to
I
work on
can't see her having an issue with it, because if
Yeah.
he can play it, it's very much, you're shooting little space creatures. You're
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
nothing realistic, and there's a lot of puzzling to it and figuring
Mhm.
things out. So
Yeah, I haven't really showed it to her. I just told her that it was a first person shooter and it was Nintendo, but there was no blood and blah, blah, blah. That's about it.
no.
No. And she wasn't a no. She was just like, well, I don't really know. So, yeah. So, birthday, anything else other than the big birthday celebration?
Um, was there something else? I can't remember now.
I don't know. Was there?
No, there's Lindsay's got some stuff in the pipeline that I actually want to talk to you about and pick your brain in terms of non-profit stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's going to be an off podcast stuff, because
I will.
um she had a meeting with our one of our town councillors this evening to go and to things like that, and she needs to
Okay.
get hold of grants, and she needs to appoint a chairperson and a
Mm.
treasury, and so
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm happy to talk to you about that. I've spent 20 years of my life in that particular area.
yeah,
So
that
yeah.
was the first thing I said to her. I was like, "I'll talk to Nick because he knows what he's on about when it's this kind of stuff. He runs a non-profit.
Yeah.
He will know what to do."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
At least from the only bummer is that we got a government difference here. So, that's the only thing. If it was in America, I'd be like 100% know what to do. But it being in the UK, I'm like, okay, well, I'll
yeah,
give
but
you the best I can.
it must be very similar in terms of that you need some form of treasury, you need a chairman, you need a
Yeah. Yeah.
secretary of
Mhm.
this and so.
All right, we'll talk. So yeah. Um excuse me. Let's see. For me, it has been well, I woke I here is my great story for my Monday. This is how my Monday started out. It was fantastic. I dropped the kids off. I drove to the office. I parked in the office, and then I realized because Sean, I'm still getting used to having a computer that I take to and fro. Now, I have a computer at my office. Like I have a desktop, so I don't need this particular computer for me. But I have volunteers who come in periodically that do need it. And so I park my car in the parking lot and then realize, crud, I have a volunteer coming that was going to put some volunteer data in our system and the computer's at my house. So 15-minute ride, one way back. I drive back, I get the computer. When I get back, I look at my phone and my program coordinator says, we don't have heat. You have heat? Great. Okay. So then I grab the computer, I come back, and what had happened? Not really sure if somebody goofed with the door or if somebody broke in. If they did, they were a nice guy. They didn't steal anything. Likely, if I were to guess, because it was like -8ish at that period of time. If I were to guess, it was somebody who needed a place to stay, and because there was some chairs moved around in the middle area, so I'm wondering if somebody like used our office as a place to sleep. But
Which is fair enough.
yeah, it's not the worst thing. Nothing was stolen, nothing was broken. I'm not like fussed. Um, when they left, because they kind of forced their way in, they couldn't shut the door, so they left it cracked. And that door is the door to the furnace room. And so what happened was the condensate pump froze up and then pretty much everything froze up. It all just froze up. And so we couldn't Hi Rex, how are you?
I don't know why he just randomly decided to just barge
He
his way
needed
in, but he was
kisses,
having none
Sean.
of it.
Sean's getting many kisses right now from Rex. Um and and so that was fine. Like it's an easy fix. We just need to dethaw the furnace room. The problem is our building is old and we just put like a ceiling base, like a ceiling grid over the top of it to give it a ceiling. But of course, there was no reason to put a ceiling grid in the furnace room. So to try to heat the furnace room, which has no ceiling and just kind of goes up to the top of this roof that's vast and open, was not a fast process. So I had two space heaters in there, and it still took until. And by the way, like I said, it's like 5 degrees, and it feels like -5 with the wind chill. I had two space heaters in there, and it still took until like 2:30 before everything was thawed enough that it
Wow.
kicked back on. So anyway, so that was fun. And so my point in that being, when I realized we weren't going to be able to get the furnace started in time, I had to call and cancel the volunteer anyways. The same reason I drove 15 minutes to my house and 15 minutes back to get the computer. So it was a lovely start to the week. But all in all,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul.
What you should do to avoid that happening again until like you kind of find a way of firming your in the room a little bit more is put like a plastic sheeted screen around the furnace.
Hmm. Yeah.
We do that at work with some of the coolant pumps when it get because
Okay.
they kind of sit in the coldest part of the turbine hall. We build like a or somebody builds. We don't. I don't. It's not my role to do that. But they'll build like a scaffolding around the skid with all the pumps on and the
Hmm.
coolers, and kind of just put big orange sheeting over it, and it does quite a good job of keeping the heat from the pumps and everything like that in enough to not let them freeze. So
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. If it happens again, which hopefully it does not, but if it happens again, right now it's 50 degrees here, Sean, because that's in Michigan. It's 50 degrees, but in about 4 hours it's going to be 20. So it is what
what
it
a roller
is.
coaster for
Yeah.
you guys and
Yeah.
your weather.
It is. It is right now. Um, and I will say everybody's a bit nervous because of that difference. It's super rainy right now and 50, and it's about to be like 25 ish in about not 4 hours, but in about
Oh,
six
slippy,
ish.
slippy, icy.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, like all the final like Christmas Day celebrations are happening because I know you're listening to this on Monday, but I'll just everybody so you're not confused. We're recording on Thursday, the day before all the kids get out of school for Christmas break and blah blah blah. And so there's all these parties, and Noah's class is doing a play. Each class in the school does a play, but their play is a few skits from Elf, like Buddy the Elf,
What
and
a
Noah's
film.
Buddy. And so I hope for him that it does not slick and they cancel because I know is really excited about being Buddy and has been putting some work into that. So
Yeah, they cancelled. Logan's class was supposed to do like a carol service in the playground today to mark their last day because it was his last day today on the Thursday. Um, but they cancelled it because of the rain.
mm,
They kind of sent a message out saying the kids have like there's a lot of kids that are just getting over colds and coughs and stuff like that, and parents too that have probably picked it up from the kids because they are germ little ridden monsters. That like to share everything. So they were kind of like, I will postpone it because of the weather until the first week back after the new year. And
sure.
then they'll like have a post New Year carol service with like mince pies and hot drinks and stuff like that. So,
Speaking of mince pies, I waited too long, Sean.
oh
Literally
no.
today, I was like, I'm gonna go buy that mince pie stuff. You can't get it until if I buy it on Amazon right now or Walmart or wherever, I'm not gonna get it until like the 3rd of January. I was
Ah,
like, oh,
you should
bummer.
make your own. That's it. That New Year, the start of the new year, make your own. And by the time you get to Christmas next year, it'll have like sat and matured and steeped enough for you to have your own mincemeat to make your own mince pies.
Wait. Whoa. What have you done, Sean? You've just squirreled me. Wait, because I didn't look it up, but I literally was like, well, maybe I could just make my own. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. 'Cause I'm too lazy. You're telling me it has to sit for a year?
Yeah, the longer you leave it, the more mature and the stronger taste it gets. So
Is it like
depending on
wine?
what, yeah, it is exactly. Well, it usually they're like steeped in brandy or sherry or port, depending on
Okay.
what kind of flavoring you want to give it.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is brandy,
Okay.
um, and then it's just like dried fruit, so raisins, sultanas, currants, and people sometimes
Huh.
chop up like a bit of orange peel, like or zest the orange and like put the
Mm-hmm.
actual orange peel in there as well. Kind of mulch it up a bit, pour your brandy over so it's got like it's not absolutely rammed because you'll just have to drain it off and you're wasting your brandy. But so there's enough to kind of do it. Put it in one of those I don't know if you call them kilner jars, with the
The
like
mason.
clasp system. Yeah, like a
Oh yeah,
mason jar.
yeah, mason
Yeah,
jar.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Stick it in that. Basically, stick it in a cupboard and just leave it. That's it.
Huh. Huh.
Don't do anything with it. Just leave it.
That is really
Take it
funny.
out when you're ready to make your pies.
Okie dokie. All right. I did not know that. But what I will say is I was saddened to know that I missed the boat. I did not think it would be that popular, but apparently there's enough people over here who like to make mincemeat pies that it is. So can't
Yeah. Well,
find
they
me
are
anymore.
fantastic. So it's what we leave one out for Santa every year. And like, depending on how we're feeling about Santa, he'll either have a glass of Bailey's, which is always very
Hmm.
nice,
Hmm.
or just a glass of milk,
Sure. Sure.
and then apple slices or carrot slices for the reindeer. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I hear you. Our
mm.
Santa likes tea, so we leave tea out.
Tea.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, I believe it.
I wonder what they leave in other parts of the US and the UK. I
That's
wonder,
a
like,
that's a good question. No, I'm not gonna go there. Anyways, so let's see. This week, what do we got? We'll talk about up till the Christmas holiday because I know that's going to be our dad topic. So I'll leave that be. We got the hopefully we got the play. We're gonna be doing that, hanging out with the kids. Kids get out at 1 p.m. because why not? I have like this 2 hour window because I'm gonna go watch the kids play at 9, and then the play is gonna get over at like 10:30, and then I gotta find something to do for like 2.5 hours basically before I pick these kids up. So whatever. Um, and then pass. Oh, our yes day, Sean. Our yes day is supposed to be this Saturday, and so far at this point, nobody has asked to do anything. There's no family vacations or holidays or birthdays or there's no. It doesn't look like there's going to be a weather issue. So if all goes well, we are actually going to do a yes day. Knock on wood,
I
but I
like
don't
it.
have any. So if I did, I would. So yeah. Um, so yes, I'm very excited to get this in before Christmas. That's my goal. That's always been my goal from the very beginning.
just just almost 12 months after it was given.
Hmm. Yep. So yeah, that's but other than
Oh, that's awesome.
other than that, that's pretty much where we're at.
Yeah. Um, for me, the lead up till Christmas, I'm taking Logan to a trampoline park tomorrow because he's now on his Christmas break. And from the birthday party he went to last week, he's got a free jump
Oh,
session, so we're gonna
that's
go
fun.
do that. Um, Saturday and Sunday I'm at work, which is always nice. And then I don't know. I think Monday and Tuesday is hopefully just going to be nice and chilled. We'll
Mhm.
hopefully not do a right lot, um, because I'm at work Christmas Eve on nights, and I'm at work Christmas Day on nights, which kind of ruins my Christmas period a little bit, which we're going to talk about in Wednesday's episode on like how that looks to work at Christmas. Um, but yeah, that's about it. I think I've got some birthday money that I'd like to spend before Christmas, but then I might save it and see what Santa brings for me in terms of extra cash for bits because I'd like to treat myself to the Pro 2 controller, but I'm not sure yet.
Mm.
So,
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that
but yeah,
would.
that kind of the lead up till Christmas now for me is just looks like work. I took the week off for my birthday. I
Sure.
could get the last bits of my Christmas shopping kind of finished off. So from here on, it's just going to be a little bit of work. Maybe not so much eating because I'm going to save myself for Christmas Day. So
Mhm. Mhm. I like it. All right. Well, I don't know. It's kind of short and sweet this time, but I don't have much else to say.
okay, cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening for our Monday. Join us on Wednesday for our lead up to Christmas and Christmas Day chat. And until then, see you later.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.